Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the semifinals of the WMBA playoffs. I am Julian Quintero Herrano, as always, joined by Drew. How are you doing today, Drew?
Oh, it's good, man. I got my voice back. I feel wonderful, man. It's good to see you again, brother. It's been a minute.
It's been really, really nice. Last week we had an absolute amazing bunch of games that we had throughout, and we got to capitalize it all off with an OT thriller between Free Minds and Bodega, with Free Minds getting the upset. Right now, we're seeing the first of our two semifinals games. We have undefeated No Name, who will be taking on this old but cold side. And we're going to see if No Name will be suffering their first defeat before even making it to the finals, kicking them out of the tournament, or if they'll be going into the finals hoping to finish an invictus season. Meanwhile, Old but Cold just looking to strike back after they had a rough start to begin the year, but they've really come together as of late, Drew. Meanwhile, the match that we have after this one, we end up having La Familia, who will be taking on that Free Mind side. And the story that's going on in my head, and it's been kind of the story throughout these weeks, is Amani Clough of Free Mind saying she wants to play this no-name team. She wanted the rematch. So we'll see if they'll end up meeting in the finals. But first, we got to see not one, but two games to see if that's what comes up.
I'm very excited for these playoffs. This is where it all matters. It doesn't matter about regular season, where you are and where you stand. This right now is a battle of who wants it more, who's hungry, who's ready to fight, and I can't wait to see this game unfold.
That's exactly what it's going to be like, and so far to start off this game, it has been two pretty good possessions for No Name. Get up to 4-0. Meanwhile, Old but Cold has been struggling a little bit. We're going to run through the starting lineup right now as we have another Old but Cold miss right now out there for No Name. They're running the break, but right now on the ball, Lindsay. Lindsay kicked it to May. In the corner was Maddie, gives it over to Robin, and now it's over to Patricia, who takes a floater, doesn't go, almost goes out of bounds, saved by Lindsay, flips it back out to Maddie, and Lindsay will be taking a three from the corner. Are you kidding me? That's just the type of production you can expect from them.
She asked for that shot, and she gave that Kobe fade away off with the three. Jeez.
Yeah. And the hustle to keep the initial shot inbounds as well just goes to show what she can do in this one. Meanwhile,
but White always comes back with a beautiful layup.
Yeah.
Just a smooth layup. I call her the smooth criminal because she's just Michael Jackson bad with it, with them layups.
Yeah, another shot there from Maddie. This time it was a mid-range from the left corner, but talking about this Old but Cold side, Dakota White with that bucket earlier. Right now bringing it up is Jill. In the right corner we have Dee, and also inside we have Rachel and Raylan for this Old but Cold side. And as you said right there, the smooth criminal right there, able to wrestle a foul there on the drive to the hoop. Chance to get two here from the free throw line.
Absolutely. I just like what Old but Cold is doing. They're attacking. They understand that this team is an undefeated team, but at the same time, they know that is rather one or two things going to happen. The basket's going to go in, or the basket is not going to go in. So they're just going to attack. They're going full steam ahead, and they're working. That's what I like to see.
They're making sure they can get looks in general in this game, because the last thing you want to be able to is not only not make shots, but just not be able to get the shot off. Maddie there swings over to the left. Lindsay made a three already, misses this one, but it's picked up by Robin. Robin's been a double-double machine all year, but that shot falls very much short. Air ball's picked up by Jill. She's now running the transition. Behind the back, going straight to the hoop with a tough lay-in and one. Wonderful conversion there from Jill, taking it straight to the hoop.
Did she go to the coin laundromat? Because I seen a spin cycle on that. Jesus.
It was a beautiful behind-the-back move before putting up with the layup. Kiss off the glass, drawing the foul, and let's see. It's a three-point play. Right now, it's a two-point game. No Name came out firing, and like I said, they love running the tempo, and that's what they're doing right now. Ball quick into Robin, misses the shot. But Old but Cold, they're saying, you know what? Let's run our game as well. If they want to run tempo, we can do however we want. We can slow it down and take it in ISO, or we can run ISO pick and roll, which they've been doing throughout the year with Raylan. They keep it this time. Give it over to Jill. Her mid-range falls long. Robin. Quick outlet to Maddie. Maddie swings into the corner. We have May. May thinks about the pass to Patricia, ends up driving to the corner, dumps inside of Patricia this time. Shot, block, goes over to Robin, goes up, manipulates into the post. That's a great way to be able to draw the possession that you want. Really weird that there wasn't much of a contest there, though.
I feel like she should have went up a little bit more, put her body on the line a little bit. But I do like the 3-2 zone. The 3-2 zone, sorry, the 2-3 zone. The 2-3 zone that I'm seeing Old Bacol doing is really working, but they need to be aggressive in the 2-3 zone. They can't play around. They can't mess around with the 2-3, because this is what's going to help them win on the defensive side.
Especially when you have a side like No Name that can shoot the lights out. You want to be like, you know what? If you're going to be taking those shots, we can have you live or die from the jump shot as long as we're doing our way. Great behind the back pass there from Raylan. Ball ends up in the hands of Jill. She goes up, she gets it and ties up the game. Possession beforehand, Dakota had a great play after the slip pass from D, and we're all tied up here with 16:20 left.
I definitely love how Ray operated that defense to offense, making sure that she got herself involved, put a body on the line, welcomed us to the block party, and did a little behind the back Paul Gasol pass.
Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. And Old Bacol, they're able to keep the possession alive here. Lindsay Shoppel had a wonderful shot on the other end. This time Raylan gets the long mid-range, doesn't fall. Now Lindsay's the one running the break, going straight at Raylan. Blocked by Raylan! That's two visits to the block party so far. And I think we could expect more today, but that's D4-3. It's been a fixture all year.
Ray understood it's summertime. She's like, we need more block parties, more block parties.
And just like that, Old but Cold take a 1-point lead. It's been a quick scoring, high firing first half. They tried the cross-court pass, try to change the view of the offense, but Jill with a wonderful tip goes out of bounds, and now No Name will be taking possession once again as we have Alina checking in for Patricia on the No Name side. Maddie now looking inbound, gives it over to May. May surveys, gives back to Maddie. Maddie's a three-point shooter, but Jill says, I'm going to step up. I don't want that. Kicks it out to Robin. Robin with a jumper, doesn't get her to fall. Ray with a massive board, gives it over to D now, running the transition, has Dakota on her right, finds Dakota on her right. She's open for three. You can't give her that space.
From Jaden Finch.
From Jaden Finch, ladies and gentlemen. What a jumper that was from Dakota, making it a 4-point game. And I have to say, right at this moment, it's been really fun to watch, specifically Jill and Dakota. At the time of these games being recorded, by the way, what an and one by Lindsay Shopbolt there. Says, hold up, you're not going to take this game from me. Able to see if she can get a 3-point play here. But Dakota White and Jill, two players that I got to witness yesterday play at a 3-on-3 tournament. Both were phenomenal. They were great to watch yesterday, and it was fantastic to see them. And the fact that they faced off yesterday, now they're teammates, it's going to be fun to see what type of ISO style they can bring. Right, what an incision!
Oh, beautiful. Through the seam. Someone was on the sewing machine with that through the seam movement.
If you're able to thread the needle like that, you're going to be getting good looks all around. Great find, and it was a quick finish there for Old But Cold as they continue to extend this lead.
If Old But Cold was smart, they got to make sure they tighten their three at the very bottom. As soon as they see the corner starting to drive, they need to pull a wall up there. So there's no way they can drive to the basket.
I wholeheartedly agree. And right there, great play from Robin in the post to be able to not only get the offensive board, but then put it back up, get 2 points. Here she gets the board, gives it over to May. May tries finding a pass inside, trying to lob it inside to Lindsay. Doesn't get her to go, but right there they high five. So you know what? No worry. Keep your head up. Keep it moving. There's still plenty of basketball to play.
I'm going to tell you right now, Ray is going to be the X factor in this game. If she's playing the way she's playing right now as a big, she's definitely going to help the team win right now. Ooh.
And as I mentioned, Dakota White is electric when it comes to driving to the hoop. Wonderful move and very, very good composure to be able to finish around the rim there. Ball swings to Maddie. Maddie to Lindsay. Lindsay goes up. Contested layup. Gets fouled.
Oh, my God.
Gets fouled there. Chance to tack on 2 from the free throw line. Great defense to smother her, but they still end up putting a foul there on her. We'll see what Lindsay can do here at the free throw line.
Dakota just sang to the team, you got hit by a smooth criminal.
It was a great finish there, be able to steal some points, and right there, solid defense all around for the Old But Cold side, especially Lindsay at the moment, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Let's see if she can at least hit her first right here. Speaking of which, Ray gets subbed out for Old But Cold. In comes Laura, and let's see how much that ends up affecting them here. We have a timeout called, though, the score being 21-18, no name trail, but we know that they are more than capable of bringing it back, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go on a short break right here, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Old but cold with possession of the ball. Up by 4? No, up by 3, apologies. Dakota, crazy little shot there. Isn't able to get her to go. Ends up pulled up. Now Patricia running the break. Kicks to Maddie in the corner. She is a great sharpshooter when it comes to it. Doesn't get it there. May puts it up. Isn't able to get it. Patricia picks it up for a third chance point. Tries to slip the pass over to Lindsay, but it gets ruled a kickball violation. Or as they call it up here in Canada, the soccer baseball violation. No Name will be inbounding the ball now. Maddie to Lindsay. Lindsay up top to May. Back out to Lindsay. Tries to drive in through all the contact. Gives it over to Alina. Alina with the jumper. Hits the rim. Goes up high. Lindsay goes up once more and draws the foul to get 2 more free throw opportunities here. She has been vicious on her attacks to the rim, and if she's not converting them, she's at least drawing fouls.
You guys gotta be careful. Old needs to be careful, because if you get yourself in foul trouble, it's not gonna be looking good.
Definitely not going to be looking good if you get yourself in foul trouble, especially this early on in the game. 10:55 remaining. Lindsay's first free throw went in, and she converts the second one right there. After I said she'd been 0 for 2, hits 3 free throws in a row. Now the lead is only by 1. Ball over to Laura. Laura gives it over to Jill. Jill pulls up a little bit on the left-hand side of the wing, doesn't get her to go. Ball tipped over to Patricia. She's now running the transition behind the back, trying to beat Dakota, operate through, ends up swinging it through to Lindsay. And that is a wonderful read by this no-name side. Patricia dances through the defense and able to find the open player on the inside, and Lindsay converts.
Patricia never ceases to amaze me. The way she plays her game, she plays smooth, she plays like calm, cool, and collective. That's how you want your teammate to be. In drastic situations, you want your teammate to be calm, cool, and collective, because she made an easy through and an easy pass.
Foul gets called here, reach and foul on Laura. She puts her hand up and goes, "Ref, what are you talking about?" And the ref goes, "Hey man, you're the one tripping here." A little bit of a back and forth, but other than that, it will be No Name putting the ball back into play here on their offensive possession. Lindsay with the swing over to Patricia, just not high enough though. Ball comes over here to our dear friend Evan, who has to be able to give it back. Shout out our dear friend Evan, who's been helping us out a ton here with Megacity, and also on the camera we got my dear friend Tony Ho. So just to give out some credit for everybody viewing.
Jill, and especially on a side note, we want to shout out WMBA. Please get involved with it. If you're not involved, I don't know what you're doing, because right now WMBA is moving swiftly, neatly, and discreetly. So please show your support, because these women are killing it on the basketball court. We need to see more ladies. So if you're a baller, make sure you sign up for the next season because we want to see you, we want to highlight you, and we want to show you love because women basketball is doing its damn thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, WMBA will be returning here for a summer season in Toronto. If you want to come out and get involved, check out our website down below. It will be in the description. Great shot there from Dakota White. Now they're running quick transition to Maddie. Maddie with the jumper and gets it to go from the mid-range. Quick response. I get, you get. 2 stabs there from both ends.
Goodness, she's just Dakota, man. She's just. I understand why she has the number 1 on the back of her jersey because she is the one. She knows how to get it done. Just smooth with it.
Jill right there, her jumper falls long and ends up going out of bounds. Substitutions will be made on both sides, it seems. Raylan coming on for D. And Kayla coming on for Rachel on this old but cold side. Meanwhile, Robin comes on for Alina for No Name as we now see May bringing the ball up here. Ball swung over to Patricia. Patricia gives it over to Robin. Robin with the mid-range jumper isn't able to get her to go. Picked up by Raylan as they slow down the tempo. No, they're going. Let's go right at him. Kayla taking it straight to Dakota. Dakota setting up shop on the right wing. Jumper doesn't get her to go. Robin pulls in the board, gives it over to May. May with a quick swing over to Lindsay, just a bit too high, and it was last touched off Lindsay, and Old But Cold will be taking possession here and inbounding.
Like I said, I like what Old But Cold's doing. Allow them to shoot the ball, even if they get it in. Allow them to shoot the ball from that side, especially from that deep. Chances are it's going to be a 50-50 chance. Take those chances.
For certain, for certain. And like we mentioned beforehand, Megacity, it's not only with the WNBA, if you like also the men's league. Men's league will be going up as well this summer. Hopefully we'll be getting coverage on both leagues, so sign up so you can be a part of the Megacity family. And Megacity Youth Program celebrating 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, 10-year anniversary of the youth programs at Megacity Basketball. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you want to get your kids involved in a premier basketball league here within the Toronto community, feel free to reach out. As always, all information, men's leagues, women's leagues, youth programs, everything, you name it. We got a big summer coming up, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss that. Check out the link in our description at our website, megacitybasketball.ca. Jill Stratton, oh my God, bodying down May. Ends up trying to split through Robin, and Robin, a little bit surprised there on the play. Reach and foul called against her. As Old But Cold will get an opportunity to inbound here. Gives it over to Dakota. Dakota sizing up Patricia a little bit here on the right wing. Tries to dump inside of Raylan. Ball gets tipped by Robin. And it will still remain Old But Cold possession. Just under 6 minutes remain in this first half. Dakota swings to Jill, keeps it moving, gives it to Kayla. Kayla back out to Dakota. Dakota gets Patricia in the air, puts up from the mid-range, and gets fouled on the jumper. Foul by Patricia here. 2 free throws for Dakota White here as Old But Cold look to take a 1-point lead. First one here for Dakota, able to get it, no issue. Let's see how she responds here. Does she get her second here to give him the lead? Does just that, converts it, and that's what you like to see. Substitutions will be made now. Alina coming on for Patricia. I saw both of them there. I was seeing which one was coming off. I ended up calling out the wrong number there. But the ball does go to Maddie here, though, in the corner. Ends up swinging it to Alina. Alina back over to Lindsay. They're just moving the ball all around. Prime San Antonio Spurs basketball. But the shot goes up, gets missed. Picked up by No Name again, though, through the scramble. Robin has it. Pump fakes over to Lindsay in the corner, who's covered. Robin goes up. Contact on the lay-in, but able to convert, no issue. Now Dakota bringing it up here on the left wing. Swings out to Jill. Jill with the jumper. Isn't able to get it to go. Picked up by May. Now they're running in transition. Raylan trying to box in on the defense. Gets a little bit of a reach. Now they're going to try to set up, as I mentioned earlier, the 4-3 defense. Lindsay goes up, tries drawing the foul. Doesn't get it the first time. Gets the foul called the second time. Dakota cannot believe it. Gets it on a knee, but it's not just for injury or anything like that. No. You just got to tie your shoes. Make sure those are on. Lindsay shot ball here, setting up at the free throw line. Looking to extend the lead. First free throw for her does just that. Let's see if she can go perfect here from this trip at the charity stripe. Been drawing fouls very efficiently in this match, and right as I say that, misses the free throw. Raylan pulls it in, gives it over to Dakota. Maddie now guarding Jill close on the right-hand side. Jill trying to put her through the blender, isn't able to get it to go, gives it over to Raylan at the top, swings out to the corner. Laura with the jumper, and she gets 2 points here. Everybody getting involved at the moment for the old but cold side. 3:35 remain. May gives it over now to Robin, thinks about it, gives it over, but no! Refs rule it a double dribble from Robin, or is it a, it seems like it was a double dribble. Unfortunate there to see. Substitutions being made by Old But Cold. Rachel coming on with D, and Jill and Laura coming off for the Old But Cold side. Dakota now swings it over to Kayla on the left wing, sets up shop, is Raylan in the post, going to work on Robin. Two big bodies going at it. Good post moves from Robin. Not Robin, from Raylan. Raylan on Robin. It's been a fantastic game so far as they're beating and banging down in the post. Lindsay shot bolt though. Little runner, little floater, little 2 points tacked on there to keep sure that this game is tied at 29. D now sizing up Maddie, has Raylan on the right-hand side for a screen, gets it, able to get Maddie on the hip, stops, pulls up from the elbow, and D able to get two there. No name on the quick transition though, quick swing pass over to Maddie, tipped by D, and now they're gonna be able to get the Old But Cold side to set up here defensively. Wondering what's getting called here. It is a timeout being called for No Name. Then the signaling over to come over to the bench, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2:19 remaining. Gonna have a quick little timeout here, and soon we'll have halftime coming up. It's 31-29 for Old But Cold. This is semifinals basketball. Do not go away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, No Name in now. They inbound. It's Maddie to Lindsay. Open at the three-point line, gives it to May. May, no hesitation on the three. Falls a little bit left on the rim, bounces out, and Ray's the one that pulls it in. Now it's going to be Dakota. Setting up here. Ray setting up on the left. Instead, it's going to be a swing to D on the right. And they're talking about where did the ball last go off. Alina saying it was off Rachel, it was off Rachel, it's our ball. Ref saying, no, it was off you, Alina. And it will be Old But Cold ball. They're looking here on the inbound. Ball goes over to Kayla. Kayla sizing up Lindsay, calls for a screen, or is calling for an ISO. No, calling for Raylan to come step up. Kayla drive baseline, kicks out to the corner. The jump shot doesn't fall. Lindsay pulls it in, and now it will be May running the break for them. Swings it quick to Maddie. Maddie's been sharp all day. And that's why she's been sharp all day, ladies and gentlemen. You can't give an ounce of space in this one. No Name take a 1-point lead here. Dakota White swings over to D in the right wing, ducks inside of Raylan. Raylan posting up on Robin. The shot doesn't fall. Now they end up trying to squabble, ends up batted down to Alina. Gives to Lindsay. Lindsay been hot straight to the hoop. Doesn't get her to go. Ball bounced around. Lindsay able to keep it again. Trying to draw the contact. Goes up again. She doesn't get it this time. Third time's the charm. 3-point lead now for the No Name team. Dakota looking to step up, waiting for May to come defend her. Isn't able to get it. Dumps inside of Raylan. Raylan thought about the handoff to Dakota. Instead will be holding here at the elbow. Has Rachel in the corner, but instead takes the contested midi. Gets it a go. And now with 38 seconds left, it is a 1-point game in favor of Old But Cold. May dumps inside of Robin, has Maddie in the corner. Ball gets tipped out though, picked up by Rachel. Rachel gives it over to D. Now they're gonna have to set up here. They have 24 seconds left, but they still will not be able to hold on for the last shot. Last shot will be going to No Name if they want it. Raylan tries to give it into Dakota. Ball was tipped off of Dakota on the way out. It seemed like Dakota was trying to sell a contact call, but no dice. And the ball will be inbounded now. 5 seconds to go. Over to Robin. There's 3 seconds now. Kicks out to Alina. Alina puts up a shot, doesn't get it to go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be halftime. 34-33 as we enter the halftime break here. What a great first semifinals match we've had so far. Do not turn away, ladies and gentlemen. We have just begun. There is more to come. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half action. No Name will be starting off with the ball here. Let's see how they do. May with the ball. Quick 2 points there for the No Name team. Dakota almost loses the ball, instead somehow maintains possession but isn't able to get it to go. Lindsay pulls it in, gives it over to May. May running now on the right-hand side, gets tipped by Dakota. They're swarming, and it ends up in the hands of Dakota. She's now running the break, bounce to Jill. Jill goes up, fouled, doesn't get the and one, but 2 free throws to come here for Old But Cold. Let's talk about who's out there at the moment right now for Old But Cold. It's Jill. Alongside Jill, we have Ray, Laura, D, and Dakota. Meanwhile, for No Name, it's Lindsay Shotbolt, as per usual out there for No Name. And it's this team's honestly had the same squad consistently out there year-round, and it's shown with how good they've been. Right now, it's Lindsay, it's Ray, it's May. No, not Ray, it's Robin, apologies. It's Lindsay, Robin, May. Got the R and the M stuck in my head for a moment. Maddie and Patricia out there at the moment. Missed there. Oh. ended up messing up something there on the scoreboard, but now we got it set up, no issue. D sets up now 4-3. Isn't able to go, dumps over to Raylan. Raylan ends up beating and banging, takes the midi, able to tie up the game. 20-20. But it's no catastrophe. In fact, it's fun basketball. Tied at 36 here. Maddie now on the right wing, swings hard to Patricia. Patricia tries to drive on Laura, beats her jumper, doesn't go on it. Laura pulls it in. D now with it. Holding on as she brings it up the court. She thinks, she gives to Dakota. Dakota has Jill on the left wing, chooses not, now does. Jill sizing up on May, swinging side to Raylan. Raylan's been a machine in this post, ends up with the post fade, doesn't go. Lindsay's the one that pulls it in, and now finds Patricia on this right-hand side. Patricia slows it down a little bit, but now going with speed to the rim. Doesn't get the make, but gets her own miss. Swings it back out to Lindsay. Lindsay sets for three, but the bank's not open there. Still tied at 36. Jill running and pushing the tempo here. Swings to the right, crosses back over to her, swings to the left, back to her right, lays it back over to Ray, and Laura with the hustle gets beat by Lindsay, who's now bringing it up with intent. Swings it to May. May's open for three. She hits her jumper. What a shot there from May. Play called there from Dakota, gives over to Jill at the right elbow. Swings around, goes up, but it gets fouled. And it will be 2 free throws here. A lot of shooting fouls have been giving up in this one. And Jill has a chance to get 2 here for free. Rachel will be coming on for Raylan. Meanwhile, Patricia coming out for Alina. First free throw here from Jill does not fall. Let's see if she can convert this second one. Second one here for Jill doesn't fall. Now Lindsay leaves it over to May. May with a quick swing over to Maddie. Maddie bounce pass to Robin. Robin sits and thinks before taking the midi. And when you feel that confident with your mid-range, you might as well just pull in a big shot there by Robin to extend the lead of No Name. Dakota went straight to the hoop, isn't able to get it to go, but draws the foul and a chance for 2 free throws here to go Old But Cold's way. 17:35 remaining in this one. First free throw for Dakota does not fall. See if she can convert the second one here. Second one for Dakota is a bit short, but it bounces around and rims right in. 41-37. Lindsay pushing the tempo here. Swings over to Maddie in the corner. Maddie on the right corner tries to flip it over to Lindsay, but almost turns it over to Dakota. Dakota tries to pick it out once more, but ends up in the hands of Maddie. Maddie out to Alina. Alina with a jumper, doesn't fall. Ball's now rolling, it's Jill. Jill with a quick pass over to Dakota. Dakota to D, and D, easy lay-in it was. Cool, calm, collected. That's what we've seen from D all year. And Old But Cold able to close the gap once more, keeping it a close affair. Maddie dumps over to Robin. The trusty midi falls short this time, but it's Lindsay who pulls in the board. Flips hard to Alina, able to keep it moving to May. May dumps inside to Lindsay. Lindsay has Rachel looking for a backdoor cutter. Isn't able to get it though, and the ball falls out of bounds, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing it up now, Dakota White. Driving in, pulls up from the mid-range, isn't able to get it. May's the one that pulls it in for this No-Name side. Dakota steps up to check on defense, ends up going to the hands of Maddie. Maddie able to swing to Robin, Robin to Lindsay. And a foul gets called. No Name will be able to inbound once more though. Kayla checks in for Dakota for the Old But Cold side. Maddie swings to Robin. Robin over to Alina. Alina isn't able to handle it. It slips out. And now Old Bacol with a chance to keep it moving. Jill over to Kayla. Kayla pushing on the left-hand side, giving space, puts up the bank shot, but the bank, once again, isn't open for any business at the moment. Laura, though, with great hustle, pulls it in. Dee now has it, dumps over to Laura. Laura goes up with it, doesn't go. And now Robin has it, pivots around, swings it over to May. May bringing it up. Has Maddie wide open for three on the left wing, but doesn't go. Now it's Old But Cold with intent, pushing the tempo hard. We have Kayla bringing it up, dances to the defense, swings it over to D. Open for three, but it doesn't go. D with great hustle, though, able to get her own miss, ends up in the hands of Rachel. Rachel looking around, seeing who she's going to give it to. Tosses over here, little cheeky handoff over to Kayla, and Kayla now drives in. Covered by Lindsay, flips out once more. It's to Rachel. Rachel responds! Rachel responds from range, ladies and gentlemen, giving Old But Cold the lead. It's been a back and forth mishmash of a game. And now we'll see how No Name responds. May pulls up from the midi. Yes, sir. That's how she does it. As I mentioned, if you're feeling comfortable with the shot taken, you can tell No Name is not hesitant to pull it when they're feeling good. Rachel over to Jill. Jill inside on some post moves, draws some contact, goes up, doesn't draw the foul. Ball falls down into Lindsay's lap. May bringing it up the court now. Thinks about it, swings to Maddie. Maddie's open for three. Given the opportunity, doesn't get the luck with it, but the bounce does go around, and it will get ruled Old But Cold ball following the pinball effect that we saw there. Rachel inbounds now to Kayla. Kayla leaves it over for D. D has Alina on her. Laura sizes up for the screen. D for three, doesn't go. May pulls it in, now running quick on the transition. Flips over to Maddie. Maddie once again open for a jumper, doesn't get her to go. May back over to Ray. Ray with the jumper. Boing. Straight out of the rim. Unfortunate bounce. Now Kayla, the one that brings it up for Old But Cold. Thinks about it, thinks about it. Looking for D inside on the post. D, little bit of a post-hezzy move, and it sits for a moment and ponders what it's going to do on the rim before choosing to fall in. Wonderful finish there from D. No Name coming back with a lot of vengeance in their mind. They want to be able to stretch away from this game. The shot from Alina, though, isn't one that they're going to like. And the ball, last touch by Rachel as she and Maddie both fight for the ball. And it will be No Name ball on the inbound. We're getting a timeout, ladies and gentlemen, here. Do not turn away. It's 44-43. No Name still with a chance to inbound here. As we're going to take a quick break and be right back. Ball is inbounded for No Name. We're back from the timeout. Robin, little bit of the shimmy, but doesn't get her to go. Shimmy, shimmy, ya. No siree. Rebounded by Raylan, falls to Dakota. Dakota here sizing up May, has a screen from Ray. Thinks, gives it over to Kayla. Kayla open from the range, chooses to drive on Lindsay. There's a switch now, it's Maddie. Ball over to Ray. Ray here in the post, goes right at it with aggression, isn't able to get the lay in. Robin pulls in, kicks out, And now Patricia the one. Bounce pass out to Lindsay. Lindsay attacks the basket with ferocity. No go. Rebounded by Ray. Ray able to slow down the tempo, keep it herself. Gives it now over to Dakota. There was a substitution there, by the way, if you can't tell. With the jumper from Dakota. Falling in, no problem. But, as mentioned, Dakota and Ray both subbed on in that timeout for Jill and Dee. Meanwhile, Alina subbed out for Patricia in that last timeout. Ball ends up in the hands of Lindsay, pulls up from the midi, doesn't fall. Now it's going to be Matt. Almost said the wrong name there, but I caught myself. Oh, man. Blocked on the way up, and it gets ruled a jump ball. But Old But Cold will be maintaining the possession. Apologies there earlier. The person I was going to say was Rachel. But as I mentioned, I have poor glasses and an even worse memory at times. So it ends up not being going much in my favor from time to time. But you know what? It is how it goes. Inbound will be going now for Old But Cold. Lobbed up to Dakota. Dakota has it. Given space. Pulls up from three. No doubt. It's like the band. No doubt in my mind there. Ball swung to the corner. Three-point attempt doesn't fall for No Name. Robin pulls up, puts it back up and in. Able to manipulate the post in any way that she wants. Great presence down there. Dakota now, though, trying to drive in on May, pulls it up, ends up giving it to Ray, who says, you know what, you can take it. Nah, doesn't fall. Laura bounces around, Robin pulls in, gives it over to Patricia. Patricia now with the slip ball over to Lindsay, doesn't go. Laura pulls it in, gives it over to Dakota now. Dakota has Kayla drifting over to the right corner, but she says, I don't need that. Draws the contact and one. And one play there for Dakota White. They help her up here. A lot of contact on that lane as she has a chance here to get a three-point play. The old-fashioned way. Jill checks in, by the way, for Rachel on the Old But Cold side. Dakota now with the free throw. Isn't able to get it to go. Ray pulls it in. And now they're going to have another offensive possession here. Jill gives it over to Raylan through the contact, puts it up, doesn't go. Their ball's getting tipped around, bounce around, pinball style, but it ends up in the hands of Kayla. Kayla now setting up once more for another attack, has the screen from Ray, gives over to Jill. Jill thinks about it and goes up. Very tough lay-in. Crafty on the move, and that's 2 more points for Old But Cold as their lead is now 8.
She's moving like Tim Duncan with those moves.
And once again, Dakota's had her fingers all over the passing lanes, able to tip, able to take, and goes coast to coast with it. Great way, and as you said, you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Great play there from Dakota White. A timeout needs to be called. As Chris Smoove says, they need a timeout. That's how it is. 10-point game here. No Name looking to regroup. 8:36 remaining. We'll be right back. No Name now inbound following the timeout. Patricia to the corner for Maddie. Maddie thinking about it, dumps over to Robin. Robin over to Patricia. They go right at it, but the ball gets loose. Ends up in the hands of Dee. And now Jill's the one running the tempo, pushing the envelope. Gives over to Dakota. Dakota squares up from 3, isn't able to get it to go, but there's a lot of contest there. Robin, though, that's mine, she says, but it ends up once again. May slips. Dakota with the midi isn't able to get it to go, and that could be a wasted possession. It almost just fell too perfectly for Old
Oh
Bacold.
my goodness, I am liking what Old Bacold are doing. They are getting in the grind. Put on the construction hat, put on the boots, the Timberlands. It's about time to go to the crunches.
Just like that. Maddie hasn't been able to get a lot of her threes up in this second half, but right there, it's not that big a deal. Lindsay pulls it in, gets 2 points there, and they got to start chipping away at this lead. Still 7:30 remaining in this game, but as time winds down, you got to be wondering how No Name is feeling. A wonderful incision into Robin, and a surgical play. Does not result in 2 points, but it does result in 2 free throws.
You got to use your bigs. This is the situation. You got to use your bigs. And the one thing about Old Bacold is that they understand that their big is crucial right now. And that's why the opportunities are given to them.
Yeah, and that being said as well, you look at Laura, she's currently on the bench, but she has been a dog on the glass, pressuring on a bunch of boards. You haven't seen her a ton in converting in offensive situations, but if a shot goes up and the shot doesn't fall, unlike that one right there, if a shot doesn't fall, you can bet Laura's all over it for Old Bacold. What a wonderful three there for the No Name side, as now they cut it to 5. D is getting ready, gives it to Ray. Ray with a quick swing to Jill. Jill says, you know what, let me answer back. But it doesn't go, it hesitates too much and decides to fall on out. Lindsay, swing over to Patricia, back over to Lindsay, give, go, but it doesn't drop. And now Jill says, let me run the tempo, let me at him. Behind the back on Patricia, able to circle back around, gives it over to D, D back to Jill. Jill has D on the left side, but chooses to give it to Dakota on the right. Dakota hesitates on the drive in. 1, 2, little bit of a step up, but isn't able to get it to go. It would have been a wonderful play.
Oh my goodness, I'm just loving every single second of how these ladies are operating. This is looking better than the NBA playoffs right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Love it.
For certain. Lindsay goes up, blocked by Raylan, but it gets ruled a foul. 2 free throws to come here for the No Name side.
See, if I was Ray right now, I wouldn't do so much fouling. I'll just keep my body in front, stay in front, and don't give no single opportunity for No Name.
Timeout has been called here. We have 2 free throws. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. First free throw here for Lindsay, and I have not seen a crazier bounce on a free throw. Nothing crazier since the Kawhi shot that fell. It went way up off the rim there, but it falls there for Lindsay's shot. But let's see if she can make it 2 for 2 here.
Nice.
Does just that. 3-point game. You can't discount either side in this one.
Never. No Name is one of those teams, no matter how you try to bring them down, they're going to crawl, they're going to pounce, they're going to leap their way into getting to a close game. They turn a 10-point to now a 3-point. That's how you do it, back and forth.
5, 4. And as the shot clock goes down there, Dakota's jumper doesn't fall. Patricia now having a dribble around, gets it popped out and swings over to May. A lot of high pressure, but let's see if that ends up going for him. Lindsay over to Robin, and Robin with a quick transition point. No Name now within 1. 5 minutes on the dot left. Jill swings over to Dakota. Dakota says, give me the space, and you will pay for it.
From Shoreham.
From Shoreham, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot be giving Dakota White an ounce of space. She will punish you from anywhere on this court, and it's just been demonstrating in this one right there. Patricia cuts the ball into Lindsay. Lindsay posting up on Laura, goes up, tries to swing it out, picked off by Dakota.
Woo!
She's been a NFL corner today. And now with another interception, swings it over to Jill. Jill drances through the defense, gives it over to Rachel. Rachel thinks about the jumper, instead stops, pops, thinks, loses, throws it back out, almost picked up by Maddie, but now it goes over to Dakota. Dakota to D. D goes up, tries to swing it inside of Laura, gets picked off there by Patricia. A sloppy possession ends up in the hands of No Name. And now May bringing it up here on the left-hand side. Dumps off to Robin. She has her trusty mid-range, but it doesn't fall here. But Lindsay, how did she get it there?
It is a sloppy 2-3 zone, and they need to sharpen it up. Like I said from the beginning, when you got a solid 2-3 zone, it is impossible to make your bigs do stuff like that.
Indeed. Dakota goes up, tries to draw a foul on the lay-in, doesn't get her to fall. May swings over to Patricia. Patricia given space to go at the hoop, puts it up, doesn't get her to go. Rebounded by D, gives it over to Jill.
If I was Old But Cold, set yourself up, find open spots, score. And then on the defensive side, just make sure that 2-3 zone is solid like a rock.
Laura thinks about it, gets blocked on the shot. It seems, yep, it was just a block. Ball goes out of bounds, and Old But Cold will be inbounding. Laura and Dakota both coming off. Raylan and Kayla coming on for the Old But Cold side. D looking to inbound, tosses up to Kayla. Kayla sizing up, takes the screen, ends up swinging it over to Rachel. Rachel's open for three, but it goes behind the backboard. Tough shot there for Old But Cold. Clock still running. It's a 2-point game.
Right now, Old But Cold just needs to strap up those boots, tighten up that defense, and be an unmovable wall in these last 2 minutes of the game.
Indeed. Maddie, ball ends up in the hands of May. May with a deep two. Doesn't fall, but Lindsay puts it back up. Isn't a make, but it is a drawn foul. And if she makes both of these, we have a tie game with 2:20 remaining.
Oh man, this is a tight game, but this is what we wanted to see in a playoff game. We didn't want to see a 20-point slap. We didn't want to see we want to see neck and neck, battle for battle, goal for goal. And this is what we're seeing from these two warriors of teams right now.
No Name this season has been the team to beat. They've always found a way to win, whether it was a close one or as one point this season, 40-point blowout. They are a team that can do it all, and now they're being challenged by Old But Cold
from Finch Avenue East.
At this point, we're hitting it from any street in Toronto.
Oh,
who knows
nice.
how it's going? The play ends up bouncing off of Rachel, and No Name get a chance to inbound. But look, the interesting thing is this. No Name won the most recent championship before this 2024 spring season. They are undefeated this year at 9-0, counting their playoff win. And now, can they remain perfect? Can they remain invictus? Or will they be like Icarus, and are they flying too close to the sun? Who knows how it goes, but Old But Cold bringing it up in this one. D sets up, gives over to Jill. You can tell now they're trying to avoid any major threes, any open looks. Rachel ends up missing it, but Ray draws the board, but gets called for over the back on that one.
That was a very, very interesting play, and that could give No Name the opportunity to come back, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens indeed. 1:24 remaining, and we're at the point where the clock stops at stoppages. It's going to be fun. Robin, the trusty mid-range. Not trusty right now. D pulls it in, gives it over to Jill. They can chew clock. They can slow it down.
Nope, they gotta find opportunities to score. Take your time. Work the clock, but score a basket.
Raylan goes in. Little post move. Wonderful navigation. And once you're able to slice through, it opens up like the Red Sea, and it's a 3-point lead for Old But Cold. Ball to Patricia, over to Lindsay. Lindsay able to keep it in bounds, gives it over to May. Does Dakota try to reach? Yes, but falls on the splits. May isn't able to convert it, and now it's going to be Jill, slowing down the tempo. They're up by 3.
I don't know what No Name is doing. They should be going. They should be pressing right now. They could still win this game.
The ball gets tipped. Jill almost ends up losing it. Now 2 people, they're pressing just as you wish for, Drew.
Oh, nice
Ball
pass.
up to Patricia, isn't able to get it to go. D
you gotta
takes it
make
to
those.
ground. D takes it to ground. Who keeps the possession? The refs right here, they've come to a decision, and with 21 seconds, it's no-name ball.
That's what I said. You cannot just put your gas off the tank. You have a full court press situation right now. You got to attack the basket, and you got to steal the ball, especially when it's 20 seconds and it's a 3-point game.
3-point game, 63-60. Do No Name remain undefeated, or are Old But Cold clinching their spot next week in the WMBA Spring 2024 Championship? We'll be right back. We have a quick timeout.
Because I have a game at 10.
Inbound now, ladies and gentlemen. No Name gearing up. They have 20 seconds to hit a 3. Quick inbound to May! May! She's a shot caller!
From Eddie Stone.
From Eddie Stone, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're going to see, is it out of bounds or is it a foul? It is a reach-in foul here. And we're in the bonus. Rachel with a chance, 15 seconds, 2 free throws.
Like I said, when you think No Name is down and out, they will claw, scratch, and grind to get to the game. And they made a beautiful catch and shoot. So, good job to No Name.
Let's see if this goes their way. Rachel missed the first. Can she convert the second one here? Gets the second free throw to go. Old But Cold lead by 1. We have 14 seconds. May having to drive. Rachel playing clamp defense. D on him. Pulls up from the midi. Doesn't fall. Lindsay pulls it in, but falls out of bounds. 6 seconds left. Old But Cold to inbound. No Name bringing pressure. All ball into Dakota. Gets fouled. And with 5 seconds left, Dakota has a chance to make it a 3-point game.
Now, this is the situation. You got to have one person on the opposite side of this court, just in case they miss, to throw it and shoot it. Because with 5 seconds on the clock.
You need to have space here. A change has been made. Patricia comes out for Alina. First free throw for Dakota does not fall. Old But Cold will be gunning for that offensive board. No Name hoping for the best. Old But Cold make the second free throw, 2-point game. A 3 does it, a 3 does it. Alina has it, she juggles it, it falls out of bounds. It's a 2 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. And Old But Cold, a chance to inbound. They just got to chew. 2 seconds left. Goes to Dakota, and it's over! Ladies and gentlemen, the unbeaten run by No Name comes to an end here. Old But Cold, OBC, they pull up when it's needed and will be punching their ticket to next week's championship game.
Like I told you, it doesn't matter what the season says. When it's playoffs, you gotta lock in, put on the construction boots and shoes, and get to grinding. And guess what? Old But Cold was building.
And they do just that. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Free Minds, they said, we want No Name in the final. They're gonna have to try to beat this La Familia side and face Old But Cold. A massive upset here, ladies and gentlemen, in the first game of the slate. Thank you very much. Coming up next, we have Free Minds versus La Familia. We have one side of the final booked. Let's see where the second one will lead us. We have La Familia, we have Free Minds, and we only have one spot. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. What a win from Old But Cold as they seal it 65 to 63.
I'm loving it, loving it.
gentlemen, welcome back. Game 2 of 2, the second semifinal. And after fireworks in the first one, where we got to see, had the privilege to see a great basketball game that resulted in Old But Cold squeezing out a 65-63 win over the no-name side. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got game 2. La Familia will be taking on Free Minds here. And as we see two teams, both bringing energy, both teams brought a deep bench. And now we're going to see if both teams can really bring it to the other one. Like in the first game, I got my dear friend Andrew with me. How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing great. I'm just excited right now. I love to see the women's basketball playoffs because they get gritty. So I'm excited to be here. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. We just came back from that little break between games, and before we really get into it with this one, Drew, what a hectic game that was to see Old But Cold come out on top.
Oh, back and forth. Like I said from the very beginning, it's not about where you stand. It's when playoffs hit. You got to be ready. You got to have those Timberland boots on. And Old But Cold said, listen, you guys been winning, but today is when it all stops, and they stopped it.
Bring the work, get ready to pull up the straps, put on the boots, get straight into the nitty-gritty, and get the results when it matters, and that's what we got to see. But now we have two sides that are fighting hard to see if one of them will be able to make it. Let's run through the lineups real quick. Right now, after that miss, Free Minds bringing it up. On the ball is Emily. Behind her, we got the superstar, I call her. She's been budding superstar all season, Tiana Sullivan. In the corner, we got Divya. There's Amani Clough with the fader. Isn't able to get her to go. And lastly, you got Bree. You got Bree as well. Meanwhile, for La Familia right there, taking it straight to the hoop to get La Familia's first bucket of the day, you got Jalen. And on top of that, you have Korn. You got Vicky now on the ball following that great defensive play. A lot of contact there, but no foul called. And you also have Nams out there with Sienna for La Familia.
I don't know who's going to win. I like these two teams. They both have grit. They both have swagger. They both have grind. They know how to hustle. I don't know who I want to win in this moment, but I love both of them. I love to see both of them going at it. I love it.
It's going to be great to see. And one thing we can say, talk about grit. Last game we talked about Old But Cold running the 2-3 zone. At least how it's set up right now, it seems like they're running straight man-to-man, woman-to-woman, gritty coverage on both sides.
Oh, I love this. This is. I didn't expect nothing less from these two teams. These two teams are grit and grind, and there's gonna be some physical. There's gonna be some grind. So I love it.
Yeah, right there. Tough miss to see from La Familia, as now Emily pushing the tempo, gives it over to Tiana. Tiana swings over to Bree. Bree to the corner where you got Amani. Amani has Sienna all over her, but she says nah. Honestly, Amani brings a certain swagger. She missed most of the regular season, was here for the first game, missed a good chunk, came back right at the end of the regular season and showed it last week, showed it in the last game where that she had a close scrap with no name, and now you're seeing it right now. She brings a swagger to it. It feels very much like our version of Allen Iverson, the way that she plays.
I'm telling you, she knows how to test the tempo. She knows how to style it out. She just, like I said, she just knows how to get things jumping with that beautiful tray ball from Shepherd West.
Heck yeah, man. Right now, curious as to what's happening. There's a discussion with the refs, but I'll take this chance to talk about the La Familia team. Right now, out there, you have Sienna. Sienna has been a fantastic presence within the post throughout this entire season, demonstrating an ability to get it out over to the mid-range, able to defend well on the interior, and hopefully we'll see more of that in this one. But when it comes to La Familia, they are just a fantastic unit. You got players like Vicky who can do anything in an elegant manner for them. You have Jalen, who's been a great in-and-out operator. Leticia and Korn and Nams all split ball handling duties and do a fantastic job at dictating how this team goes. All in all, we have a side like Free Minds who just have a lot of swagger, and you have a La Familia team who maybe they're not as flashy, but they're well-oiled enough to get some beautiful plays out there on the court.
I just like what I see on both of these teams. Like, yeah, it's only 2-5, but I like what I'm seeing in the 2-5. Like, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of aggression, there's a lot of heart. I love it. This is. I'm excited for this game. I don't even know what to expect, but I'm gonna expect heart from both sides.
Definitively, they're bringing it at each other, and we'll see how it goes. Ball goes to Vicky, gets stripped out by Amani, and Amani now gives it over to Emily. Emily's getting swarmed, and now we have Vicky stepping up on Amani. Nam steps up here. Amani able to keep it. No, turned over to Korn. Korn able to get the pick off, has Tiana in pursuit, and goes up with it. And does it get called a foul? It does get ruled a foul. Amani first started clapping, thinking it got ruled out of bounds, but instead, it is ruled a foul there on the reach-in, and it will be Korn with an opportunity to tack on two here for La Familia.
I like what Famillia is doing. They're actually not just doing 2-3 zone. They're actually pressing, full court press into it, which is very interesting to see. I like that. They're doing man-to-man full court press, which I like to see. It's interesting. They really want to just get them settled down from the very jump.
And right there it went up. I'm wondering if it got ruled a foul. It doesn't seem like there was a foul ruled, and Emily will be coming off for Brianna. And it was 2 points there for La Familia. Wonderful hustle from Sienna. Gritty to get it off the miss and able to put it back up. Sure, you're not able to get the one, but you turn it into a two following the rebound and in.
Absolutely. I just want to see how they're going to move. They got to operate. I told you, just by looking at this game, there's so much aggression. There's people grabbing the ball from the ground, all that fun stuff. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Even the anger, as much as the anger looks crazy, it's the passion. I love the passion on both sides of the floor.
They really want it, and you're seeing it right there. A turnover on one end, and it results right there. A quick little breakup. 5-5. La Familia remain in possession here. Nams will be inbounding the ball. Nams looks, tries to get it over to Jalen. Intercepted by Jay-Z. Jay-Z subbed in, coming off the bench for Free Minds, and now she's the one pushing the tempo. Gives it over now to Amani. Amani says, in your face. Doesn't fall. Korn's the one that pulls it in, and now swings it over to Nams. Nams has Jay-Z come over to cover, tries to swing it inside, gets tipped, gets double tipped, and ends up in the hands of Tiana. Tiana able to get the spin one, spin two, flip inside to Amani. Amani through a great bit of contact, isn't able to get the make, but it ends up once again in the hands of Tiana, and Jay finalizes the play. What a great play by Tiana Sullivan. Amani wasn't able to convert, but Tiana was able to keep it pushing, and it seems like there was contact for Amani, but we look on the other end. Vicky goes up, isn't able to get her to go, and Tiana pulls it in, but it seems like the ref rules, they put a stop to the game here. Amani talking about potentially getting hit in the face.
I told you, it's going to be a hustle fight. This is why I said I love these two teams. From once I seen both of these teams, La Familia and Free Minds, I knew both of them were going to be on that grind, on that physicality of the game. And we're seeing it right now. It's 5-7 with 14 minutes, and it's just body-to-body action. I love it.
Heck, yeah, it's been fantastic to see throughout. Free Minds here, though, on possession. Amani gives it over to Tiana. Tiana to Ava. Ava to Bree. Bree trying to call for moves, gives it over to a cutting Amani. Amani now steps up, pulls the shot, doesn't get her to fall, gets picked up by Anne-Marie. And right there, as we can see, there were changes made for both sides. So let's run through what it is for both these teams. You had Tay coming on, along with Leticia and Anne-Marie. We saw Korn come out for Vicky and for Nams. Leticia with the dump off now over to Anne-Marie, and they're able to get the make there. Tie up this game at 7, why don't you? Ava now bringing the ball up the court. Swings it over to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's open on the right side. Doesn't prepare to shoot, though. Gives it over to Brianna. Brianna, quick step inside on the jab. Pulls up. Isn't able to get it to go. Anne-Marie to Jalen. Jalen with a quick outlet to Leticia. She's running the tempo. Bounces over to Anne-Marie. Fumbles it a little bit, but able to maintain composure. And La Familia able to convert here quickly. It's 9-7. Amani slowing it down a little bit. Getting ready. Has Sienna step up. Brianna goes for a fake screen, ends up popping out to the right corner. They're calling for a cut. Tiana's calling for a cut, gets tripped up there by Tay. Not exactly a play you want to see, but Imani pulls up with it, isn't able to get it to go. Tay's the one that pulls it in, gives it over to Jalen. Jalen swings quick to Leticia. Leticia with the midi, doesn't get it to go. Rebounded by Anne-Marie, doesn't get that one to go. And Brianna's the one that pulls it in, has Jalen now stretching up, splits two defenders. Bree going all the way, snakes her way through. Wonderful footwork, isn't able to finalize on one end. Imani pulls it in, isn't able to finalize on the other. And now Jalen's the one pushing hard, going straight to the hoop, and it slides out of her hand, and it will be Freemind's ball. A timeout has been called, ladies and gentlemen. 9-7, Freeminds will be getting possession on the way back. We'll be right back. Quick start, gritty basketball, and that's just what we love to see. See you guys shortly. We had a little bit of a hesitation there with the camera crew. A make there for La Familia, able to get it to go. Imani now sizing up on the left side, going right at it. A little bit of an ISO play. Goes up, draws the foul. 2 free throws up to come soon for this Freemind side. Imani's first free throw does not fall. Let's see if she can hit this second. 11-10 remaining. Right now on the court for the Freemind side, we have Imani, Tiana. As Imani hits that second one, Imani, Tiana. We also have Jay-Z, Ava, and Emily out there at the moment for the Freemind team. We all for La Familia. Leticia is out there at the moment. On top of that, we have Anne-Marie, who set the screen, and her daughter, Cyan, is the one that finalizes. And wrapping up their lineup at the moment is Tay and Korn for this La Familia side. Quick possession there. Imani swings over to Jay-Z, going straight to the hoop, tries to draw the contact, doesn't draw it, but gets 2 points. Very, very crafty around the rim. Leticia now setting up shop on this left-hand side, takes the screen. Doesn't give it back to Korn, does give it to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie gives it back to Leticia, gets blocked. And now Freeminds, they're running the other way. They're having a hard press up right now for Imani. Imani wants some support here, able to get it up. It gets tipped, but it is to Tiana. And Tiana now is trying to size up, square up on Anne-Marie. Going right at the hoop, draws the foul. And it will be 2 free throws to come for the number 9 of this Freemind side, Tiana Sullivan. Brianna subbing on right now and will be coming on for Jay-Z. Tiana getting ready here for her free throws. First one goes up, falls short on the rim, does not fall. Second free throw goes up and in. Barely touches the net there as it is officially a 2-point game. La Familia now running the possession on the other side. Leticia trying to square up here for Amani. Gives it over to Tay. Tay posting up. Ends up dishing it back to Leticia. And Leticia trying to call for the tip, telling the ref it was touched off of Amani. Ref does not agree with it though, as Free Minds will be retaking possession here. Amani into Brianna. Bree straight to the hoop, goes in, dumps it back over to Amani. Amani has a fake on the first, a conversion there, and now it's a tie game at 13. Leticia here swings it over to Tay. Tay sets up, launches from 3. Massive shot there for La Familia as Tay able to finalize, no issue. Bree bringing it up. How do they respond? Sizing up on Korn, goes up with an aggressive drive to the hoop. Whistle blown as we get 2 free throws now for the Free Mind side. Bree seeing if she can convert them. Once again, as mentioned in the previous game, as we see Sienna come out for Vicky, WMBA and the men's league here at Megacity Basketball will be running this summer, and if you want to be able to participate, check out our website down below, megacitybasketball.ca. If you want to sign up, become a part, and join us here for these Megacity seasons, ladies and gentlemen. On top of that, youth programs turning 10 years old here for Megacity. So if you want to get your child involved in the Megacity programs, be sure to reach out on our website or our social medias. They will be down below in our description. Do not go away, ladies and gentlemen, for it. Definitely join the Megacity family. Korn finds Leticia inside, ends up with a lot of contact, puts up a shot, isn't able to get it to go, but it is Anne-Marie who pulls it in and able to convert it, as now it's a 4-point game in favor of La Familia. Tiana there swings it over to Emily. Emily thinks about it from range, gives it over to Ava. Ava does say, I'm taking it from here. Isn't able to get it to go. Pulled in by Korn. Now Leticia, the one pushing the tempo. Giving, running. Picked off by Bree. That's how you read a defense, and that's a way to play it. My goodness. NFL corner, pick 6, whatever you want to call it. Ball hawk vision from Bree. A timeout is needed for La Familia here.
Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no striping.
That's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. But that's the thing. That's what Free Minds needs to start doing. They need to start picking and pointing out the passes, and especially when the shots are going in the air on their side, they need to grab those rebounds. They shouldn't just be having a free space in there. They need to have somebody grab it in, put it right up. We need the maintenance person. Who's the maintenance? Who's sweeping?
Definitely. We'll see how it goes, but you look over at that play that we just saw from Bree. You want to talk about on that front. As you said, swiper, no swiping. You can hear Dora talking to the audience. Can you say pelota? And just get stolen, taken the other way. Wonderful play right there.
She said delicioso.
Delicioso. Wonderful play there from Bree for this Free Mind side. We had a timeout here, so that's just how that turned out, ladies and gentlemen. Score is 18-16 as we now have the Free Minds team coming back out there following the timeout from La Familia, who will be inbounding and running the possession. Leticia is the one bringing it up. Gives it over to Tay. Tay swings now, finds Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie puts up the jumper from the midi, able to get her to go from the right elbow.
She looks like she wasn't too sure she wanted to shoot it or pass it, but heck, shooters gotta shoot. So shoot that, baby, shoot it.
Especially with the aggression in this one. Amani covered by Vicky. Vicky's one of the best one-on-one defenders we have here. And now Amani's getting smothered with Tay. They end up losing the ball, and you can see the aggression here. The clapping in the face. They're getting into it here. Who gets the ball here is the question. Is it Free Minds ball? Is it La Familia ball? Waiting for the decision from the referees.
This is going to be an aggressive game, and I love it. I feel like both of those players work well with each other.
Okay, Korn here now getting in the face of Amani, going, hey man, this is just how it be.
Ball out, yo, ball out. It's a ball thing.
Right here, they're chatting.
Stay focused.
Now you're chatting for it. It's going to be. We have Drew here talking with the players, trying to get them not to get super antsy with it.
Because sometimes, the game of basketball, when people are getting down, getting dirty, they want to win, and sometimes when the game gets serious, it goes beyond basketball. So we have to let them know, like, it's all love over here. It's definitely all love over here. But like I said, I love it. I love when both teams get hungry, get grimy, get greedy with it. They want to get jiggy with it. Nah.
Will Smith's in attendance, but you don't want to see no slapping here between the players. That's for certain. And right there, we actually saw, I want to say it was a technical foul we saw there from that scuffle there. Ended up seeing Leticia take a free throw, wasn't able to convert on it, and now will be Free Minds ball as they get an opportunity to inbound here. 5:15 remaining.
This is the thing about La Familia. When they're locked in, they want you to get out your game and get out your psyche. And that's what's happening. They're getting out the psyche. So she got to stay locked in.
Amani with a jumper, doesn't get her to fall. Will be rebounded now by Vicky. Vicky bringing it up here, pushing the tempo. Going straight to the hoop, ends up getting blocked. But it is a scramble for the ball. Vicky's able to pick it up following the block and able to keep possession here for La Familia.
Vicky is being one of them players that is just playing basketball. She's not making Free Minds get out the zone or anything. She's trying to stay locked in. She's not making anything change the way she plays. And that's what happens.
Gets another 2 points there. And you can see on Vicky, she's going, you guys want to play aggressive? You want to bring that swagger? You want to bring the ISO play? Bet. And now a play gets called here. I wonder what it was here. Contact from Vicky on Amani as now Free Minds get a chance to inbound.
Oh, these two matchups are looking very amazing, and I love it. It's like watching Kobe and Jordan going against each other. You knew it's going to be a hunger game.
Tiana's jumper doesn't fall. Leticia's the one that pulls it in, and now Leticia Lopez bringing the push here. Swings out to Tay for the three. Bounces high, doesn't fall, and the ball ends up going out of bounds. Actually, no, he just ruled a foul on the pull-in. Pulled it in, tried to go back up, draw the foul. I couldn't really see it. There was a lot of traffic. That's the style you want to see. Anne-Marie now with a chance to get 2 free throws. Some subs were made. Tay comes out for Nams. That's the one that I'm noticing.
Free Minds needs to just stay locked in. Don't worry about the fouls. Don't worry about how they're hacking you. Because once they start seeing one bit of blood, that's when a team's going to attack. Just stay locked in and focus on the game at hand.
Yeah, Monty ended up getting subbed out for Jay-Z for a little bit of a breather right now. And now Bree goes straight to the hoop, draws the contact, goes up with it, doesn't get her to go. Nams is the one that pulls in the board. And now Nams is the one bringing it up. Thinks, has Leticia, gives it over to Leticia. Leticia drives in, dumps inside to Anne-Marie, and through the contact, isn't able to get the make, but the great hustle from La Familia doesn't get rewarded, as Tiana's the one that pulled it in. Nams trying to force her right into the trap with Vicky. Instead, it's going to be Bree. Splits 2 defenders, able to keep it going, gives it over to Ava, but instead draws the foul, ends up hitting the ground, and Free Minds will remain with possession.
That's smart. She's breaking through the full court press. She sees the weak side and going to that side. So once you want to break through that weak side, you got to break through it strong and quick.
What you can see here from La Familia, what they're doing is they're having someone step up and try to force them in one way, preferably a direction that isn't comfortable for them, and then forcing a trap on that side of the court. It's been working for a good chunk of it, but Brianna was able to get it and draw the foul. That was a very, very good play from her. Speaking of which, she gets a chance to launch from 3, isn't able to convert, and now we have just under 2 minutes left in this first half. Nams inbounds to Leticia, and Leticia says, back to you. Gives it back to her. No problem, no fear. Nams now bringing it up, has a screen from Vicky, a little bit of a slip, gives it over to Nams. Nams thinks about the jumper, doesn't get it to go, swings it over to Korn. Korn now covered by Ava, telling him on the inside, get ready, get steady. Has Anne-Marie on the left, chooses to go up, blocked by Brianna. Get up! It's a block party in my city. Amani with a touch pass to Jay-Z. Call it a transition. What a play!
Like I said, the summertime's here, so we need a whole heap of block parties. Come on.
A lot of block parties are needed right there, but that wasn't even a block party. That was military grade. Call it SWAT.
Holy, that's crazy. Call them up. It's a SWAT team coming.
Brutal to see there, and they end up turning it over there. La Familia, Free Minds with an opportunity here. Amani sizing up Vicky, who's been putting up the clams today. Slips it in. Nice pass to Bree. Bree back out to Ava. Ava gets Nams, draws contact, doesn't continue with the shot. Jay-Z goes up. It gets picked out of her hands. And it gets ruled that last contact was against Jay-Z, and it will be La Familia ball with 45 seconds left. Jay-Z now covering the inbound. Quick inbound though to Nams. Nams has Tiana on her. They're not pressing, but they are applying the pressure from half court.
Sometimes you got to take the style that the other team's using on you back on them. If you feel like you could do better than what they're doing, do it, mind you.
Tiana there covering, isn't able to do much, and Leticia gets it, chance to shoot from three. Bree now smothered by one, by two. I'm seeing three in the vicinity. Quick swing to Amani. Amani beats Nams, able to do it, give it over to Ava. Ava back out to Tiana. Tiana sets her feet, launches from range, isn't able to get the jumper, and now Anne-Marie's the one that pulls it in. Gives it now to Leticia. They have 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Leticia from the mid-range, doesn't get her to fall. Amani pulls it in, 1 second left. Isn't able to get a shot off, and that will be halftime. My dear friend Drew here seems he has a basketball game to go to himself.
No, I'm still here. I gotta warm up. These ladies have me so excited. I gotta shoot a couple baskets before I play.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Drew has a game after this, so we'll see how he participates in that one. Meanwhile, for the one we have here, it's 23-18 for La Familia. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as we still have another half to decide who will be going to the WMBA Spring 2024 Finals. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Free Minds with the ball to start off the second half. Amani puts it in the spin cycle. Isn't able to get it to go. Jalen pulls it in. And now running on the break. Nams dumps inside of Vicky. Vicky goes up with it. Sienna goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws will come here now. And I gotta say real quick, right there we had a little bit of a break. La Familia really enjoyed the fact that they had that break, able to sit down and get some air. Free Minds as well, try to be able to recoup, get some energy out there, make sure you have everything going in your direction.
And also just locking in. We have to understand that it's a game of basketball. A lot of things are not going to go your way. And sometimes teams do things to distract you from the main goal. So sometimes you have to be like, you know what? I'm not going to allow you to do that to me. I'm going to keep working, keep fighting. So I hope Free Minds after this stays locked in. Because the game is not far. It's a very close game.
A very close game, very gritty game is what we've seen so far. Divya inbounding now to Bree. Let's run through the lineup real quick. Divya out there with Bree for the Free Mind side. On top of that, they have Amani, Jay-Z, and Emily out there on the court for him at this moment. Meanwhile, for La Familia, you got Nams out there along with Leticia Lopez. Leticia out there. You also have Jalen. What a three, by the way, there from Jay-Z.
From Driftwood.
From Driftwood. But yeah, as mentioned, Leticia out there with Nams, out there with Jalen, out there with Sienna, and Vicky, who has been the clamp god in this one so far. Jalen tries her own jumper. This one falls. It's just ruled a deep two. Tries answering back from the massive three from Jay-Z. So let's see how it goes. Bree bringing it up, pushing the tempo. Swings it out to Emily. Emily says, let's answer back. Isn't able to get it to go. Bounces around, ends up in the hands of Vicky. Vicky now trying to push the tempo. Nobody with her. Gives it to Jalen. Jalen's a little bit of an ISO queen we've seen this year. That's a tough shot and gets it a go. Woo! That is one of those plays that you can frame a photo of. A child will be looking at that on the bedroom wall for certain.
Someone needs to put that on a Polaroid and shake it, because, geez, we went skating right now.
Hey, yeah. Crazy there to go. Ball goes up here, though, for Bree. Able to convert it, no issue. And now it's 28-23, 5-point game. Nams trying to dictate it. The field general, court overseer here, finds Leticia on the cut. You betcha. That's a massive three you see from range. Big high five for him, as now Free Mind's having to run the tempo back. Amani looking around, takes the screen from Emily, isn't able to score. And now Amani cuts to Bree. Bree goes up, nice little play on the cut. That is the type of basket that you want to try to be getting, but now they got to lock down on this end.
That's exactly what you want to do. If things are not working for you, get others involved so you can get involved afterwards.
Yeah, but you can't give him that type of space. Jalen just hit some tough shots, isn't able to convert on that three, but you cannot give him that space. On tempo now, though, Emily ends up running, doesn't like to look inside, picks it back out to Amani. Amani with the step back, it's just wide to the right side there and doesn't fall. 18:33 remaining as we're seeing a substitution on the Free Mind side. Tiana coming on for Divya.
Right now, Free Minds have to just get into a 2-3 zone and strap up.
I wholeheartedly agree. Nams here, had Amani reach, says, nah, that's my ball. Dumps inside though, and it turns over. Bree taking it coast to coast, does just that, thinks about the pass for an instant, but is able to finish at the rim now. 4-point game. Vicky bounce pass, good incision to Sienna, and Sienna answers back. 1-2 on one end, let's make it 2 on the other. 2 + 2 = 4, and that's just simple arithmetic for anyone at home who has kids watching. Make sure you know your math, kids. Basic adding and subtraction can save your life one day. Bree now gives it over to Amani. Amani goes tangled up, gives it back out to Bree with a midi opportunity. Woo! And that's the type of look that she wants. It's the type of look she can connect on. And that was a wonderful jumper.
Wonderful jumper. Smooth jumper from the elbow.
However, the drive to the basket, Leticia able to finish. Says, you know what, you want 2? I got 2 more here for you. No issue right there. It's like that meme of LeBron where it's like, you like that? Here's 2 more.
2 more. Absolutely, absolutely.
They've been dogging him so far.
She said, you know, we could do a 2 can dine if you want. We got it in a full special for you.
Right there. And when it came to really, really beautiful shots that we saw on the ends of the court with a 2-for-1 special, 1 for each side. Bonnie bringing it up right here. Has Corn on her, but they don't step up fully. Gives it over to Emily. She launches from 3. Her 3 attempt doesn't fall. Jalen is the one that pulls it in, and now Amani guarding the ball. Wanting a potential steal. Jalen gives it out to Leticia. Leticia covered by Jay-Z. Driving, trying to put a little bit of a mixer on. No dice. Gives it over to Corn. Corn with a good dump pass to Sienna. And that is wonderful court vision to see. Whoop, whoop. That's just how it turns out there for La Familia as they now lead by 8.
She said, do you want left or do you want right? I have it. I have a whole pizza bowl for you.
I got left, I got right, what you want. That was the play it turned out there. Jay-Z tripped on the shot, gets helped up by Leticia, so that's not on one end. But on the other, quick transition points to tack on 2 more here in favor of La Familia. They lead by 10. Free Minds the timeout, 16:29 remaining. We'll be right back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Free Minds ball. Ava gives it over to Amani. Following that timeout, let's see how they respond. Down by 10. Stops her dribble really early. Gives it over to Tiana. Tiana goes to the hoop, goes up with it, has it sit just right, and is able to get it to go, no issue. Korn now swings it over to Keisha, making her appearance in this one for the first time. Tay isn't able to convert, and Marie says, I got you, no worry.
I think Free Minds is making a little bit of a terrible mistake on the defensive side. They don't need a small person in the area where it needs the most rebounds. Need to get a big person in there so they can pick up the broken pieces.
That being said, though, they are a team that is a bit more undersized in comparison to most of the teams out there. They have to run a different style of offense. It usually works, but today they've been having a little bit of a struggle here when it comes to facing the La Familia side. Mani goes in, little bit of a runner, isn't able to get it to go. Jalen pulls in the board, and now she's the one pushing the tempo. Going straight to the hoop, isn't able to get it to go. Ball gets tipped up and ends up in the hands of Amani. Amani crosses back and now is going to be slowing down the tempo, keeping it herself. Jalen the one stepping up on defense. Going straight for the hoop, kicks it out to an open Ava on the right wing. Isn't able to convert it. Korn pulls in the board. And now Korn's the one, quick pass out to Tay. Tay has it. Stops, tries to flip it over to Anne-Marie, picked up by Jay-Z, and now Jay-Z the one, pushing the tempo, bringing it up fast, bringing it up with intention. She loses it now. 2 quick turnovers, and now it's going to be Keisha bringing it up for La Familia. She stops, pulls up, isn't able to get it to go, tries to kite back. Ava's the one that pulls on the board, gives it over to Divya, who gives it then to Tiana. I said Tiana, it's Tiana. What am I saying? Tiana cross, goes for the hoop, kicks it over now to Divya. Divya fumbles the catch, gives it now to Ava, wasn't able to catch it cleanly for a jumper. Gives it now to Amani. Amani squares up on Jalen, isn't able to get the shot to go. And now we've been a little bit scoreless for a little bit of a run here, Drew.
Well, her time's gonna come. It's still a close game, it's still down 10. Anything is possible. No one's paying attention to it. See, those type of plays right there is gonna cost you the game. This is supposed to be man-to-man. You gotta play man-to-man.
Can't be losing your player in this type of coverage. And we're seeing right there, they look gassed. They look tired. This Free Mind side, they're able to still pull up, get good looks towards the rim, attack with intention. What you're seeing on the defensive end, the way that La Familia is moving, you're starting to see how tired this Free Minds team is within the movements, especially when it comes to playing in the post. Tiana says right there, what? Asks the ref, what was that? Gets whistled for a foul, and it's 2 free throws here in favor of Anne-Marie in the La Familia side. Jalen coming out for Leticia. That seems to be the move here for La Familia.
In order for Free Minds to get back in this game, which is really not hard to do, they need to put energy on the court. And when I mean energy, not just on offense, but on defense. That's what's killing them right now. They need to get into that 2-3 zone in the beginning and make sure it's a solid fence. No one can go on them. Once they get in that zone, they're going to be right in this game.
For certain. And we're seeing here, Bree now bringing it up. She just subbed on for Free Minds. And what a step! What a play! Ooh! It's like a dance. When you're fluid with the water and you're able to finish, you're always going to find a lane.
She said, Papi, I just want to dance. I say, I want to dance.
Papi, salsita, venga.
Hey,
Little finish there at the hoop on La Familia. Korn goes up, isn't able to go. Bree's the one that comes down with it. Now she's running quick on Leticia. Leticia bringing the pressure. They have two people on Keisha with one of them, and now turnover gets forced. Tay's the one that picks it up, and now La Familia going to try to punish this Free Minds team. Tay with a quick drive to the hoop. Thank you very much, she says.
See, that's the thing. Free Mind starts off good and then they slow down and start off good and slow down. You got to start off good and keep it. Even if you make the mistake, you got to just keep going, keep playing.
Amani playing bully ball here, gets pickpocketed. Always make sure you have your hands in there at the TTC. If not, someone's walking away with some change. And I think Free Minds will be maintaining possession. No, they will not. Turn over here in favor of the La Familia team. They're making some substitutions now. Keisha coming off for Nams. Leticia trying to run quick, gives it into Sienna. They're not able to connect and finalize. Whistle's being blown. Tay coming off now. For Sienna. They're currently talking about what they're going to do right here on the setup for defense. But it's going to be an inbound here for Emily. Emily gives it now to Bree. Best of luck here to Drew for his game as they take on here sole commentary duties here. It's a 10-point game. Tiana loses the ball. It's a bit of a scramble. Able to keep it, though. Gives it over to Imani. Imani gives it over to Emily. And that's a massive three for Free Minds. If they want to get back in this one, that's the style they need. Leticia bringing it up now for La Familia. Dumps it over to Sienna. Sienna kicks it over to Nams. Nams. Imani reaches in, but Nam's able to maintain it. Tries to swing. It gets tipped by Ava, but they're not able to keep it in possession in front of them. Now we have Vicky coming on, subbing on for Anne Marie on this La Familia side. Ball to be inbounded. Nams gives it in, shot goes up, it's missed. And Tiana now smothered with pressure, gets popped out, but it will be a reach-in foul on Korn. As Free Minds will get a chance to inbound from the high pressure, see if they can tack on some points. Ball into Emily, Emily gives it over to Tiana. Gives it, there's Bree covered by Nams. A lot of pressure here. Takes the screen from Imani. They're putting a lot of pressure. Imani has it, gets reached in, but now it's having the defense swarm. They're swarming, tries to kick it back out, and it will end up in the hands of Vicky. Vicky now pushing the tempo, has Leticia on her left, has Sienna on her right, picks Sienna, and that was the right move. As you can say right there with Indiana Jones, she picked wisely. Wonderful play there to find a slip pass into a lay-in. It's a 9-point lead still. Brianna here, Leticia steps up, doesn't end up going in, and now will be Bree, isn't able to hold it in. Imani, though, comes down with it, able to maintain the possession. Follow this on, Leticia's putting her hands up going, yo, what are you talking about? A lot of commotion here in the Hoop Dome. Across all games, we had a massive game earlier, and this one still, the intensity remains high. Ball gets swung to Bree. Bree thinks about it, instead gives it over to Ava. Ava's a bit of a shooter. She thinks about it, isn't the one that pulls it. Gives it over to Tiana. Tiana, spin move. Very good operation in the post, and that was surgical. Wonderful vision there by Tiana. Leticia, though, tries to answer back with a three. Isn't able to get it, and now will be Bree. Bree gets swatted there by Leticia. Ref calls it. Leticia, can't believe it. on your ref. Ref, are you serious? The ref's going, nah, man, that was a hack. That was a hack. That's just how it is. And you can sense the bit of frustration here on both sides has been emanating throughout this match. Imani plays it in now to Bree to Imani. Imani holding it up here on the right-hand side, trying to go quick on Korn. Does just that with a quick push, but isn't able to finalize. Vicky's the one that ends up with the ball. Nam's now bringing it up. They're going to try to slow it down. They can choose some clock if they need be. Nam's though with a quick incision to Sienna. Isn't able to get her to go. And Bree's the one that comes down with it. It will be in the hands of Imani. They're going to be applying the pressure. Slowly but surely. It's what they do. It's a vice grip. It's like a boa. Imani though gives it to Emily. That's deep. That's money! Woo! Make it rain! What a shot for the Free Minds team. They need a timeout. La Familia need a timeout. It's a 4-point game, 7:24 remaining. We'll be right back here following this short timeout. Back from this time out, Jalen. The one bringing the ball, following the inbound from Korn La Familia. Stops the dribble, ends up getting swarmed by Imani. Doesn't go, and it will be Jay-Z on her. Down, quick on the defense. Korn has double team step up. Sienna, though, able to get it inside. And a quick bucket there for the La Familia side. Thank you very much, they say. Ball ends up out of bounds right there. It's a turnover that's quick. And now it will be La Familia ball. They're clapping, they're applauding, and you can see the intensity in this game. Both these teams want a trip to the finals. Vicky plays a 1-2 here with Korn. Touch pass. Gives it over to Jalen. Jalen covered by Jay-Z. Stops her dribble. Swings it over to Vicky. Vicky on this left-hand side thinking about a jumper. Instead going to give it over to Jay. Lynn, 4-3. No money. No make. And it's going to end up going out of bounds when Anne-Marie tries pulling it in. Doesn't go. And now it will be inbounded. Bree over now to Imani. Imani to Emily. Emily, she's been on fire from range. Isn't able to get that one, though. And now Jalen's the one bringing up the ball. The tempo. Quick pass inside of Vicky. Vicky over to Sienna. And when you're playing this quick style, quick passing, you can see defenses start to shred, start to split open by the hairs. Imani has Korn. Korn has their eye on the ball here. Cuts inside of Bree. Bree thinks about the midi, instead keeps it. There's another ball on the court. And as a result, we're going to be seeing an inbound once again here for the La Familia side. Bree inbounds, gives it over to Tiana. Tiana out to Emily. Emily to Imani. Imani sets her feet, launches from three, isn't able to get her to go. Vicky gets the ball inside of Sienna, but it ends up falling out of bounds. Free Minds forced the turnover following the errant pass. And now Imani brings it up the court. Emily sets the screen on the right side and says it's going to be a pick and pop. You have her come out, gives it over to Imani. Imani thinks, sits, gives it over to Bree. Bree back to Imani. Imani thinking about it, sizing up, gives it over to Emily. Emily's open in the corner, isn't able to go. Bree fighting for the ball, isn't able to hold on to it. And La Familia retake possession here. Jalen swings to Korn. Korn isn't able to convert it. Now Tiana pulls it in. They have 8 points down. They need to bring it. They draw the foul. It's an and one play for Bree, but time's running, 4:20 left. They trail by 6 right now, just to make it a 5-point game. Gets it to go, no issue. It gets very quiet here in the Hoop Dome as we are pushing it. Jalen beats her defender, isn't able to get it in, but Anne-Marie pulls it in, and it gets called for a reach. And it is ruled as a reach-in foul here. La Familia with an opportunity to inbound. Vicky surveys, looking. They're playing great defense, swings it over to Korn. On the lob, double defender, and it gets ruled a reach in once more for the La Familia side. They benefit from this. Free Minds get called for the foul. Another inbound here, and you can tell La Familia's wasting time. They can. They're up, trying to keep it slow, trying to keep it in their court. But it gets tipped around, picked off by Amani. Amani, quick pass now to Emily. Emily has Jay-Z overlapping on the right, gives it over to her. Jay-Z thinks about it, kicks it back out to Emily. Emily, known for these threes, doesn't take it from there. Bree pulls it in, gives it over to Jay-Z. Jay-Z back out to Bree. Bree thinking, surveying, spins, able to draw the contact, and one? No. Ruled a travel there, as you can see from the referee. Actually, was it a travel? No, it was ruled a foul right before the shot went up. So it will just be a personal foul. It will not be a shooting one. Free Minds retain possession. Bree goes in through the contact, and that time it will be 2 free throws here in favor of the Free Minds side. 2:15 remaining. First one here for Bree, no issue, she converts. Let's see if she can hit this second one. Clock's official to stop at 2 minutes, as now any stoppage will stop the clock. We're down the 2-minute warning, essentially. Second one here for Free Minds. They trail by 3. It's a close one. Noms thinks about it, gives it over to Korn. Jay-Z steps up on Korn. Gives it over to Sienna. Sienna has Tiana all over her. Doesn't go. They're beating. They're banging. That's an elbow to the face! That's an elbow to the face from Sienna! Save it for WWE WrestleMania. That was contact right there. Free Minds take possession following the offensive foul. Leticia subbing on for La Familia. Nams being the one coming off. Monty inbounds, gives it back to Bree. How do Free Minds respond to this possession? Steps back from the mid-range, isn't able to get it to go. Falls out of bounds. Leticia is the one that has it, inbounds it quick to Jalen, as they want to try to keep that clock running. Jalen getting forced left, gives it over to Leticia. Leticia getting swarmed. Korn's able to get the tip pass back out to Leticia. Leticia gets Amani in the air, goes in, tries to kick it back out. Ball ends up rolling, ends up in the hands of Jalen. Jalen launches from range, doesn't go. Rebounded by Bree. Now they're running the tempo. They want to try to get this going as soon as possible. Bree stops, pops, thinks, gives it over to Tiana. Tiana swings it over to Jay-Z. Jay-Z has range from 3, won't go. Korn pulls in the board. And now Korn's the one bringing it up. Gives it over to Leticia. Leticia has it here on the left wing. In the left corner, no. Gives it over to Jalen. Jalen's got double coverage inside. Dumps over to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, they're swarming. They want the ball. And that's contact on the leg. Goes down, reaching for the ankle. Good bit of sportsmanship there from Bree, helping Anne-Marie up, but you can see that she's hurt. And now we're seeing a potential substitution. Or are they going to hold on here? Clock stops for 45 seconds. Anne-Marie will be staying in through the pain, and that's the type of grit you want to be seeing here on the basketball court. Korn will be inbounding here for La Familia. Ball in to Jalen. Jalen gets swarmed on the reach-in from Emily. And now Jalen once again with a chance to get it going for this team. You can see that they want to get her the ball on the inbound. Big high five there from Leticia. Actually, they're officially in the bonus, which means that Jalen here with a chance at the line. 2 free throws here for La Familia, and this is to make it officially a 2-possession game. Jalen, first one. Bounces up, isn't able to get her to go. Nam's out here giving Leticia some instruction on the bench. You can see Nams is the vocal leader of this side. Second one here for Jalen, able to get her to go. It's a 4-point game, 2-possession game. And now Bree, they're pushing the tempo. They want to get a quick bucket. They want it now. Bree bounces over to Amani. Amani able to get the defender all through the contact. Tries to fight for it, does just that. Leticia, though, has it, and Anne-Marie has it. After through it, the smoke and mirror, Korn has it, and now it's a scramble, and a foul gets called here on the reach-in for Korn, and now it's going to be 2 free throws for Korn. 2 free throws for Korn here as they are in the bonus. It all seems to be falling away from this Free Minds team. Slipping away right at the end of this one. Korn pauses here at the line. You can see Leticia covering the deep ball to either Emily or to Amani. But the first one falls here for Korn. Let's see if she can remain cool, calm, collected, and hit the second free throw. Second one goes up. Does just that. As La Familia now lead by 6. Ball goes in. Korn able to get the tip on the quick transition, stops the fast inbound, takes some contact there on the inbound table. Now Amani swings it over to Emily. Emily hands it off to Amani. They need threes. They need points. Amani from range doesn't get her to fall. It just had not been going for them deep. And now it will be a reach-in foul on Jalen. 15.2 remaining in this one. 15.2. Jalen with a chance to hit 2 free throws here to make it an 8-point lead and really make it untouchable. First one for Jalen. Isn't able to get her to go. Still a 6-point game. Second one now for Jalen. Gets it to go, no issue, 7-point game. They need points, they need them now. Amani driving here, trying to get to the hoop, trying to get a shot off, steps back for 3, kicks it over to Tiana, no. Yeah, gives it to Bree. Bree goes in, kicks it over to Emily in the corner. She sets her feet, she goes up for range, doesn't get her to go. Ball bounces around, goes out of bounds. How do the refs rule it? They rule it La Familia ball. And that's it with 1.6 seconds left on the quick inbound. La Familia will be disputing the championship next time out here. They're taking on Old But Cold. They defeat Free Minds 55-48, ladies and gentlemen. What a massive result this is for La Familia. They were the 2 seed in this tournament, and now they are able to go on and be the favorites in a massive match against Old But Cold. The Old But Cold knocked off the undefeated no-name. La Familia, 55, Free Minds, 48. Thank you all for watching, just like always. I'm Julian Quintero Verano. Thank you very much to Drew being my co-commentator when he was still here. And now we also have my dear friend Tony Ho here with me operating the camera, and Evan Rutenberg helping us out through this time behind the scenes. From me and everybody here at Megacity Basketball, thank you very much. We'll be back soon for the final. La Familia taking on Old But Cold. You don't want to miss it. Thank you very much.